What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Simba back, man, with some more Commanders talk, man. I'm here to discuss training camp day 7. I had the privilege to be able to go out and sit and watch our lovely Commanders practice today at training camp. Today was um, what is it called, the season ticket holders day, where we was able to go out and watch the Commanders practice today. And I'm going to start off with training camp being back in Ashburn. Man, I can only remember like one time going to training camp in Ashburn. I can't remember how old I was, and it was a nice, nice little setting. They had everything set up very nice, but I must tell you, it was hot as hell. Like when the sun started hitting, it started hitting everybody, and I started sweating in places that I can't, say on YouTube. But anywho, man, let's get right into it, man. uh I'm going to start off with, just actually seeing the players actually come out on the field. As y'all can see, I got Bleachers Report pulled up. We're going to get into a little bit of that as well. Just going over some of the notes that some of the beat writers put out there today. And just from my personal view, man, as everybody know, the first person out was Tremaine. He was the first person on the field today. Again, I saw him walk onto the field, and then right after that, I saw Jaden Daniels and Sam Hartman walk out onto the field. The bromance is actually real. What they speak about with those two guys, they're kind of like, side by side, as they was walking out onto the field. So let's get right into it, man. The from and this is all from my point of view of watching practice. I couldn't, you know, I don't know what it is about me, but I kind of wanted to try to watch everybody, but then I found myself like missing a certain play here or missing a certain, player that I wanted to see do a rep. And I'll start off right with hearing that the O line, I didn't get to see them do the one-on-one reps. But when I actually did look over, I saw Jamin Davis, who, as we, all talk about during the offseason, is he going to make the team? Is he going to be a linebacker? He's going to be a DN. From what I seen from my aspect of view, I didn't see him much, or even at all at the linebacker position. I saw him mainly playing DN, and he actually did the 1v1s against the O line. And the rep that I actually saw him get, he actually kind of got the best of it. I think it was Lucas, that he went up against. Kind of got the best of him with a speed rush. Um, but outside of that, from what I'm hearing, the O line for the 1v1s, the O line won that matchup. But I'm gonna be here to tell you, as the 11 on 11s went on, I saw some plays that the D line kind of got at the O line from pass rushing. Like they was right in the backfield on run plays. Some of the DNs kind of beat some of the tackles around the edge. And again, I mean, this is all practice. This is what they, are here for. You're gonna lose reps. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose those. You're gonna win some. But yeah, you got the one up for the O line and 1v1s. But if I could be honest, there was some bright spots with the O line actually protecting for Mariota, protecting for Jaden Daniels. They was able to step up into the pocket. But hey, man, there was a couple of plays that the D line kind of ate at the O line, if I must say so myself. Just like, especially what I saw Deron Payne just come straight through the middle, on a run play, man. If that was game time, live action, yeah, GG to that running back, whoever that running back is. So yeah, but back to seeing Jamin Davis, man. I know that's one of the big talks. Him being a first round pick a couple of years ago, um, us declining his 5th year option, and he's going to have to kind of prove himself worthy. Uh, Seeing him at DN, man, I don't know what to feel about that. I don't know what to expect from it. I know it's a new position for him, and he has to learn it. And you gotta give him time, but by this being his 5th year, I think it's kind of putting his back against the wall. But the way that he talks, he's up for the challenge, and we will see. And actually in one of the reps on 11v11s, I seen him get around the edge. Man, that dude is the athleticism is definitely there, in his pass rush. But technique, man, that's one of the hardest things to learn. After playing linebacker and then now transitioning to to a DN. I know they're gonna use him situational throughout this season. I hope, man, that he has us. We can keep him because he's one of the young guys that, if he can learn from Bobby Wagner, Frankie Louvu, like he can step into that role if we don't bring those guys back 2 years down the line. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get him back on a nice, friendly deal. But if he shows out, hey man, I really don't see him. And I was talking to my dad as we was at the training camp. I was like, man, if he ball out 5, 6 sacks, maybe 7, I don't know, man. He may command some money that may cause for him to take his talents elsewhere. But we will see. We will see. What else did I see from training camp? Some of the throws in the 1v1s from receiver with the wide receivers and the DBs. Hey man, they was going at it. They was going at it. I seen a couple of DBs get beat. But the first rep, man, the actual first rep was Benjamin St. Juice. I can't remember the receiver that he actually went up against, but man, he was right there at the line, and I think that's kind of what suits him best is being a physical receiver, getting his hands on receivers early to kind of reroute them, and he actually excelled. Picked Mariota off on the first rep. Guy receiver ran a slant. He got his hands on him, beat him inside, and they wrestled for the ball. I was like, man, that's the type of football I like to see, man. Just don't let me get the pick, but actually fight for it. The player, the coaches had to come and break it up a little bit, but that was a good rep, man. I saw a rep with Emmanuel Forbes going against Terry McLaurin, and he won a couple. And then the other couple that he did have up against Terry got him. Wasn't I don't think there was catches, but they was actually you can see him also being physical too, being up at the line of scrimmage, getting a hand on the receiver, try to reroute him off of there, get him off of where they're trying to go, dictate the route to, help him out best. But I must say, man, in 11 on 11s, man, we saw Terry McLaurin at the line just straight demolish Emmanuel, caught him off the line. But what I do like, man, after the 11 on 11s went, and that's kind of like the video that's been out there for a little bit, that 1v1 matchup, and Jaden Daniels threw a beautiful ball, man, placed it out in front of him. He had to slightly stop a little bit just to catch it, jump and catch it, but hey, I love to see Terry actually going up and going to go get the ball, but yeah, it was no chance for Emmanuel Forbes, and then the safety couldn't. I think it was Quan Martin couldn't get over there quick enough to even help him out. But all in all, man, I like from guys just helping guys out. Like after the 11v11s off went over, they ended that period. You kind of seen Jaden Daniels picking, and it's true from what they were saying in other training camp days, where Jaden Daniels is talking to Bobby Wagner, trying to pick his brain, and you can see Bobby Wagner just giving him tidbits of like, hey, this is what I saw, this is what I think you should be looking at. Try to work with your cadence a little bit, try to be a little bit more, tricky with your eyes. Like I'm reading your eyes, so he was just giving them pointers. And even after certain reps, you seen Jaden Daniels when the twos came up. Jaden Daniels did start with the ones. I can say that. He started off with the ones. After his ones, he kind of ran off to the sideline, and he was just talking to Terry, Jahan. He missed Jahan on a deep pass, but I think that would have been a pass breakup, or that would have been Jahan Dotson getting his bell rung. But it was a good throw, you know what I'm saying? I like him actually seeing it and just trust the receiver to try to come down with the catch. But it was a little bit of an overthrow. And look here, like I said in the last video, we have a rookie quarterback, man. Please, as fans, let's not set our expectations for him at a certain level. And I like the way that he came off in the press conference as saying, hey man, I haven't made any moves in this league yet. I got to prove myself. So let's give him that same graces as we see him go throughout the practices, whatever the beat writers put out there, whatever other content creators that cover the Commanders. Let's give him time. CJ Stroud got time. He looked bad in the preseason, but as he progressed and got through the season, we start to see him start to click. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he can be CJ Stroud. I know everybody's comparing him. He's going to have a CJ Stroud-like season. I'm optimistic, but I'm going to hold a question mark. I got to see it first. But what else happened on the 1v1s, man? DBs. Some of the third string guys, some of the guys that are fighting for roster spots, man, the DBs kind of got the 1v1s against the receivers because, man, they was making some plays. I'm not gonna lie, and I can't call out every single one. But just watching them go at it against one another, I can't get a DB's the victory of that point of practice. But yeah, starting off with the first rep on 11v11s, Terry ran like a comeback, and man, Jaden Daniels, like, he kind of broke the pocket a little bit, and as Terry was working back to him, man, he fired a bullet, like a straight bullet, and you actually heard the ball hit his chest. Like, that's how man, the dude got some arm strength on him, man. I see him putting balls where it need to be at with some velocity, and he got the touch too to go with it. The accuracy is so much is there as well. Even on a they were just running routes. Jahan Dotson, he threw a beautiful dime to the corner of the end zone. I'm not sure if it's footage out there of that, but yeah. So I'll say the O line won against the 1v1s on against the D line. The DBs won against the receivers today. 11v11, the D line kind of got at the O line a little bit. Some plays where I'm still sitting there like, woo. I hope we correct that in the film room, man. I hope we come out with some more intensity as we head into the rest of the week of practices and going into next week as we I think we're traveling to New York to do the joint practices, and that's going to be a real tale of like where this team is going to go. Again, I'm optimistic about my team every year, but I'm also realistic. Again, like I said in the last video, we're going to shock some people this year, man. From what I see, we're going to really shock some people. We're going to really turn some heads. We're going to really make some people actually compete and fight for, the victories that they want. But I think we're going to upset some jokers too. So I'm very excited about that. Let's see what else can we talk about. Oh yeah, and again, getting back to seeing some of the veterans, kind of schooling or giving tidbits to. I saw, after that whole 11v11 session and Terry, beat Forbes, as they was working on field goals and kickoffs and punt returns. I saw Forbes and Terry working together. Like, he was giving him like, hey, this is where I got you at. And Emmanuel was kind of telling him like, see, I thought I saw this. And that's good. Emmanuel was in his second year, man. I know a lot of people questioned the draft pick. We should have got Christian Gonzalez, but we didn't. We took Emmanuel Forbes. I trust the process. I trust whoever we draft. I can't. I do also have my draft opinions of who I wanted us to get. But again, new regime, new GM, new scouting team, new everything. I'm trusting in the guys that we brought on. But I like what Emmanuel Forbes and Terry was doing, because Terry's a vet in the game. He's one of the most slept on receivers in the league, if we being honest about from a wide receiver list. He's one of the most slept on, but he's 1,000-yard receiver 5 years in a row, 4 to 5 years in a row, I believe. Yeah, what different quarterbacks? You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude is a threat. Like, you can't take him lightly. So to see them two working on it, and him, even after practice, like after all the 11v11s, they did red zone work a little bit. You seen them go off, and he was working again. Like, Forbes, he's really trying to show that he's putting his best foot forward to be the number one pick that that we took a year ago. So he's trying to have a great sophomore year. I actually got a picture with him after practice. He came over and signed some autographs. I was able to get a picture with him, which was very cool. I also got a picture with Frankie Louvu. I had 2 jerseys. I had my Jaden Daniel jerseys, and he didn't do any autographs today, which is cool. Totally, I ain't mad at it. But I was able to get Jahan Dotson to sign my Jahan Dotson jersey, which all the guys, the best of luck, as the season, approaches itself. Hopefully that they stay healthy. Hopefully we don't have no bad injuries. I can't say for Brandon Coleman, man, he was holding his own on at that left tackle spot. It was a couple of, he got hit with a nice little bull rush, but he was able to reset and, regain his, momentum to, kind of stalemate the D. And I think it was going against Khalid Farrell, too, on that play. All in all, man, I like what I saw out there from the team, man. Talking to my dad, and I had a coworker who went with me, old coworker who went with me, too, to the training camp. And we were just like, man, hey, the way it's looking out here, the guys are balling, man. The guys, and I'm gonna say this, man. The highlight of all the training camp was looking out on the field and seeing D line coach Daryl Tapp. Man, he was the loudest every rep. Like he's yelling and he's screaming at the D line, "Hey, chase! Hey, let's chase! Let's run after it! Hey, even though the play over, even though the play passed, you get, hey, let's go, let's go!" And you seen it from the players hustling. Like when Jaden Daniels had an RPO, man, he broke outside to the left. I saw the D line chasing this dude as like it's good to see the energy, revamped. The energy is back. The energy is back from the players, and the coaches can coach all they want, but if the players is not coming out and putting that energy on the field at practice every day, I'm a firm believer. You if you practice good, you're gonna play good. So if you're giving, A+ effort, and I saw that. I saw that from the DBs. I saw that from the receivers blocking down the field. One play that Micah Sandestill, man, Mike, I'm just gonna call him Mike. Mike, they threw a bubble screen to Terry, and the dude, man, at the snap of the ball just beeline. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it is because, he's probably seen it a couple of times at practice, so he kind of got a jump on Sanat. He was trying to get out there to, pick him off, but man, he blew the play up. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if we want to call that one again, coach, but that could be because he probably seen it a couple of times, but just to see him be able to react to it, hey man, hats off to him. I think he has solidified that slot corner position. You may even see him outside some, you know what I'm saying? From the 11v11s, I don't think Forbes started. I think Michael Davis and Ben St. Jude started out there, but they was working then. I can say, man, from this, we have guys that we can throw out there. God forbid any injuries happen, man. We got depth, and that's that's a huge testament to Adam Peters and other guys that work, beside him, bringing in guys and getting guys to come in and, create depth for us that's going to still be able to come and play at a high level. And you don't see much of a drop off, God forbid any injuries, take off. I also did see some good dump offs to the running backs. Jaden, man, if you didn't see it, he went through his progressions right on to the line to the running backs, and running backs had a couple of yards out of that. But all in all, man, I'm impressed. Again, it was hot as hell. But it was a good training camp, man. It was a good day 7, if I must say so myself. So what we gonna do right now, man? I got Bleachers Report pulled up. We're just gonna go through a few of the notes that some of the beat writers put out there today, and probably some of the stuff that, like you see, Bryce Tremaine, surprise, surprise, first guy on the field, man. First guy on the field. He's really trying to show and prove himself to be, to get that roster spot. Jaden Daniels before stretching. Let's see this De'Ami Brown catch. I think I saw this. Double move. Hands. He bobbled it a little bit. I was telling my my pops. I said, man, look, we question, his catching ability a little bit, and we don't know if he's gonna make the team or not. But those bobbles right there, I don't know if y'all really know, but like when you transition into a game, you're going to have a cornerback right behind you and a safety coming over. That bobble can be a drop. That's a touchdown right there. You dropping that because you bobbling the ball. I pride myself on using your hands, man. You gotta secure that catch when it first touch your phalanges, man. When it first touch your hands, you gotta catch and secure. But that was a good little catch. The punters, the punt returners today, man, I'm not gonna lie, they look kind of a little suspect, man. I think Crowder should win that role for kick return and punt return. Kaz Allen, man, he had a couple of bobbles that I really didn't like. I think Dotson and Forbes are just, God forbid any injuries happen. We got 2 other guys that we can throw back there. As you see, Sam Fortier, his Twitter handle, hey, Benjamin St. Juice on the first 1v1s picks off Marcus Mariota again, man. He saw the slant coming. He got his hands on him early, rerouted him just a little bit to be able to get the inside leverage on the receiver and pick that joint off, man. The crowd was like, okay, that kind of got the practice going a little bit. New kicker alert. Yeah, we did they had 2 kicker drills, scenarios, Started from about the 20, worked their way back to about the 40, I believe. Both kickers went 100%. I am waiting to see the 50 plus yard kicks. I want to hear where they're going. You know, what's the how many? 3 attempts, 5 attempts. I need to see no less than two makes. But they look like they got big foots. They look like they can kick the ball a mile. But again, I got to see how consistent they are with um, hitting those 50 plus yarders. You know, can they hit a 60 yarder? Because at certain times during the season, as you know, all we know, you need your kickers to come through. Like if you're trying to hurry up a 2 minute and you get in field goal range, man, you don't want to be leaving points on the field. You know, you want to kind of try to knock down those field goals. Hey, 3 points adds up. I'm just gonna say that, and especially in the NFL. Um, Cornelius Lucas is out today for personal reason. Okay, so that probably wasn't him that I seen. Uh, Trent Scott, I think that's who I saw. Trent Scott and Brandon Coleman. Again, Brandon Coleman had a good day. Didn't see much from Ben Sinnott. Um, from just I saw him make a couple catches, but from 11 perspective, he didn't get much looks today. But let me speak on this one right here, cause it was a catch of the second string, the second unit. We saw Cole Turner in the second unit. Man, he ran like a 15-yard, in route, and Mariota put that thing out in front of him, and he dove that 6'8" frame, man. He got out there, caught that joker, and brought it in. Crowd went wild. They got excited over the catch, but it was a big catch, man. That's when you got tight ends that 6'5" and above and got longer frames and longer catch radiuses that they can catch the ball at. It helps your quarterbacks out. We don't got too many big guys on the outside from height wise. Terry, I think he's 6'1", 6'6", maybe 6'1", 6 feet even. I stood next to Jahan Dodson, and I'm not questioning his height at all. But the dude look about 5'10" max, with cleats on. But I'm about 5'8", 5'9" myself. But he didn't look too tall, and he didn't look like he was gonna be someone that kind of you know is gonna win a lot of jump balls. So we're gonna rely heavy on our tight ends definitely to come down with some of those 50-50 catches. You get what I'm saying? So it was good to see that. What's this right here? Andrew Wiley hasn't done. I didn't see him much on out there today either, but I did see him on a field goal. See, here we go right here. Brandon Coleman first up going against Colleen Farrell. Coleman stonewalls him and on an attempt spin move. The dude look like he can hold his own, man. I'm not gonna lie. He do look like he can hold his own. I kind of want to see him go against some of these premier, edge rushers that he's gonna see in the NFC East. He's gonna get challenged a lot. Because we do have some premier DNs in NFC East, so he'll get challenged a lot. And then we're going up against some top DNs too this year. So not even just the division, he gonna get some work, So let's be patient with him. Again, everybody gonna lose reps. Some people gonna win reps, but hey, protect number 5 at all costs. If I had to say anything, Coleman versus Fowler. Fowler tried to use speed around the edge, and Coleman mirrors him perfectly. Good start for the Rook. So look, that's him going up against a speed rusher, and he it looked like he had a solid day today. He actually did his thing. I seen him on the sideline, man. He was staying hydrated as much as possible. Every time he came to the sideline, they throwing water on him. He spraying water on himself, trying to keep himself cool because it was hot out there today. It was it was hot. Again, Brandon Coleman, the standout and the one like they said I couldn't see it much because they was a little bit further down and I was trying to watch everything. I really wanted to watch Jaden Daniels, see how the ball come out his hand, seeing some of the receivers and some of the DBs. So I couldn't really see much of the 1v1s with the O line. But again, they said that he had a good practice today, which is good. The more and more you stat as a rookie, the more and more you able to build that mental confidence, and it makes the game a lot easier for you on Sundays when you trust yourself, you trust your abilities, you trust your technique, and you can go out there and kind of compete at a high level. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get beat. It's just gonna happen. But mental reps. Hey, you get beat, come back. Let's win the next rep. You know what I'm saying? And look like he had that right there. So who this one here? O line and D line just wrapped up one-on-ones. Coleman was one of the clear standouts. Good feet, nice pinch, exceptional mirroring defenders. Like I said, he was able to stalemate. Even if he got knocked back a little bit, he was able to reset, re-engage, and he was able to get D line to move where he wanted, or to actually get good block when I'm from what I saw. So the wide receivers versus DBs again. This is finally getting some wide receivers. McLaurin, Bears, Forbes offline, but pass misses. Yeah, he did. He did. Like I said, McLaurin got him a couple times, and Forbes, was right there. And I'm not asking him to break up every pass, pick off every pass, but as long as you're there to make the tackle, like don't turn a 5 yard in into a 15 yard gain. You get what I'm saying? Like as long as you there, as long as you are in the play. And I think the coaching that he's getting now is actually start to translate. He do look like he put on some weight, so the 15 to 17 pounds, you can see a little bit more definition. And again, like I compared his body mass growing to somewhat similar to Kevin Durant, super skinny coming out of Texas. And as you've seen the years go on, you've seen the muscle mass kind of grow. He was never going to be a LeBron James stature type of guy, but you can actually see the body mass kind of increase as he gained it, as he got more years in the NBA. And I'm seeing that out of Forbes, that he actually did get some more. His legs, he's still skinny. He still got chicken legs. No shots at you, man. It was going all over social media, man. Your legs are small, but hey, it ain't about your small legs, man. It's about the heart. That's all I care about. Let's see. Brandon Coleman versus Jamin Davis. Coleman v Jamin. Jamin jumps off sides. First rep. Second one gets the inside edge, but Coleman resets and wins the rep. Again, like that resetting your feet is big for O lineman, man. You can get beat initially, but if you can reset and redirect that D lineman, man, hey, that's a win to me. That's a win to me. But like to see the the good jump off by Jamin, man. Again, I hope he makes the team. I hope he's able to learn and actually progress. But time will see. Time will see. Here we go. Let's skip it down a little bit more. Oh, Byron Pringle, first time back out there. Had a nice little 1v1 against the DBs and actually won it, which was good. Yeah, talking about Daniels. St. Jude's back outside corner drills. Jaden Daniels has done an excellent job flipping his hips, shoulders on all these rollouts. Reasons he's so accurate. Yeah, you can see it. You can actually see it. You can actually see it. And I think they had a part 2 here. Just go through this real quickly. Luke McCaffrey did a good job blocking. And this is my first time also seeing the kickoff, like, us adopting the XFL kickoff rules and actually seeing some of these guys, man. It was one rep. I'm going to talk about it. Castro Fields, man, he was a gunner. And I don't know if he has spent off, but as he spent off, all I see is the returner and him collide. And, like, his body just went flat. Like, like it was like a ooh moment, but it was like, all right, man. He got up, he shook it off. I think he did continue practice and all that. So glad nothing major happened to him on that one. But that was a hey, keep your head on the swivel moment for sure. Yeah, Jaden Daniels found Ertz on a play action. Got the ball out to him. It was a crosser. He was able to get the ball to him, which was very, very, very good to see. And I also got to see Amani Rogers back out there, man. He had 2 good catches. But let's watch this. This is the Forwards getting beat by McLaurin, man. Let's see what it goes. Beautiful deep ball. You can see he had to stop a little bit, but I always say you don't want to underthrow a receiver, but McLaurin actually made the play. You actually want to lead the receiver. It's either going to be a catch or incomplete. I'll take that all day. But throwing it to where a receiver had to come back forward, that's even though it was a completion, you still like take that mental note, like, hey man, you gotta take a little bit more air off of that one, and put a little bit, just get a little lower, and kind of let that just fall in the pocket, and he can just keep running. But you seen Quan Martin there, late. I mean, when I tell you Forbes got beat, he got beat. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Oh, like I said, Cole Turner, who's also been. I hope we break the team. That's my tight end right there. I think he can actually do something in the league. I actually think he can cause some mismatches against defenses. If you get out there, let's see. Yep, here go the kick in. They both went 5 for 5. Okay, so they did get to the 53. So I stand corrected. My coworker was like, "Nah, they at the 50." I'm like, "Man, I ain't see him at the 50." But yeah, man, that's the training camp day 7 in a nutshell. Again, as I see, I rock my hat today. I'm excited about the team. Hope all is well. Hope we can, continue to, stack on good days. It started off, I know through reports, it started off a little shaky, but we was able to get it together. We was able to get into a rhythm. So hopefully we can continue to stack good days. Hopefully we can also continue to, take that into next week. So y'all see me again tomorrow, giving my recap on, day 8. But until then, man, y'all have a good one.